1941 Piper J5A Restoration, Episode 12. Made a tool here to mask off the inside of the wings from overspray, and essentially is a double back tape on a piece of plywood that's stuck all around the corners, and it worked very well. So I spent about a week making a spray booth, a bunch of furnace filters, and some fans exhausting to the outside. The AirTech process uses this cream-colored UV protectant, which you sand. Unlike the polyfiber process, it uses like a silver material that you also sand. This took about a week of sanding to get ready for the final paint. The paint I used was a high solid urethane that is part of the AirTech system, and I could hose this stuff on pretty heavy and not get any runs, which is good for me because I am very good at getting runs in parts where I don't want runs, and the gloss was, I thought, very good. One thing I learned was to stand just downstream of the furnace filters, which prevented the overspray from blowing back over my goggles. And the furnace filters did a good job filtering out most of the dirt and debris from the rest of the basement. You can see a lot of overspray in the air in this picture here, but given about 30 seconds, it does clear out. So it worked out as planned. This is my left-hand wing, the one without the wing tank and aileron. This was the first wing that I did, and it has the numbers on the lower surface. The other wing has the numbers on the top surface. Unmasking was an exciting part of the job. You got to see the fruit of your labors because it does take quite a long time to mask out the wing or the numbers. Sometimes you would get some weeping underneath where two pieces of tape meet, and so my general idea here is I unmask as soon as I can. And that gives you an opportunity, if you have to use some Prepsol to clean up a bit of overspray, or where you get some weeping under the tape, you have time to do that. Each wing took about a week to wet sand. The water helps to carry the particles off the wing, and I used 3M sandpaper, about 400 grit, and Scotch-Brite. I went over the top of like the rib stitching so I wouldn't sand through the fabric. This is the top of the right-hand wing. You can see the fuel bay there. Inspection covers, fairings, and jury struts that I sprayed while I had paint in the gun. Next step for this wing is to mask out the end numbers using automotive fine line tape.
Look at these guys. Just a bunch of Buyaks. Here's the thing.
It shouldn't come as a big surprise, but I did spend quite a bit of time trying to figure out how I was going to get the wings out of the basement. I knew it was possible because I brought in a wing to be disassembled, so I knew that you could get the wing in. My idea is that the root would go out first up the hatchway, which would give you some wiggle room at the tip end to rotate the wing. That just didn't work out the way I planned, so we ended up going back to the drawing board, and we ended up sending the wingtip out first, followed by the
It's all about
root
Nathan's
end,
comfort level.
and that worked very well, although it was extremely tight.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Clear on my side.
We have to wait. Oh my god.
Alright, are you comfortable? Watch that top edge there.
I'm actually very comfortable.
I love the wave.
Don't get too close because they got to be able to move it around.
We're good. Just feed it.
Watch, nope.
Oh,
You got tubes there. Hi.
you guys can go out through the back door upstairs.
Yeah. It's a big there.
Alright, stop.
Alright, number 2.
Oh,
Got it.
jeez, that's low.
Yep.
This like barely.
Alright, we're coming up on the leading edge, so we're gonna have to.
As I said, extremely tight. It's just as tight on the leading edge as it is on the trailing edge.
Nice. Okay, good. We're good then? Yep. Watch this.
Are we sliding on something here? Oh, this is so nerve-wracking, and I haven't put any time into it.
We're gonna clear. Alright, start rolling it down. You guys can bring your end down.
Thanks so much for watching. Next episode, we're going to be finishing tail surfaces.